So students, this is exercise 6 question number 2. Now you see here you are given the three sides of a triangle. So we are taking the base BC as 4.2 centimeter. Base BC as 4.2. Then this AB. So you take an arc from the point B. You take an arc of 3.7. Then you cut. That will be your A. Then the third side of the triangle is given as 5.8. So from C you take an arc. So you measure on the scale. I hope you have done in class 5. You may know little. So you take an arc of 5.8 from the scale, from the protector, and then cut from this. So from B you take 3.7 and from C you take an arc of 5.8. Then where they go and cut, that is the vertex A. That is the vertex A. I repeat once more, take the base BC 4.2, then take an arc of 3.7. So that will be your AB. Then you take that arc of 5.8, the third side. The third side is AC. This is 5.8. So take an arc of 5.8 and cut. So where the two arcs cut, that will give you the vertex A. So your triangle is complete. Next, they are asking you to bisect angle B. So now how do you bisect an angle, students? You have to bisect angle B. So you take any arc and first you draw this one, this line that I have taken. So from B you cover the angle, and whatever arc you have taken, you can keep that arc. And to bisect that angle, you have to cut from this point and you have to cut from the other point. That is what we do to bisect an angle. In case you have done in class 5, you may know. So first from B you can take any arc like this here, keeping the same arc, or you can make it little less also. You can keep that same arc. Or you can make it little less. So once from this point you have to cut. So you are getting this line. Then from this point you are getting the second line. Now where they are cutting, that point, if you join with the point B, that line is the bisector of angle B. And where the line goes and meets, they have told that the bisector of angle B meets AC at D. So therefore you can see I have written this line, I have written here bisector of angle B. That means dividing the angle into two equal parts. Bisect means what? Bicycle. So bi means 2, you know. Tri means 3. So bisect means to divide into two equal parts, geometry. So bisector of angle B, that is dividing the angle into two equal parts. And then what extra things they have asked here? They are asking you to measure the length AD, that you do on your own. From A to D you measure with the scale. Then the next one, they are asking you to measure DC. So AD, DC separately, and the third side is BD. They are asking you to measure the length of the bisector also. So you put the scale here and see how much it is coming. So that will be your BD. Next one you see, students, at question number 6. Next one will be that question number 6. Now in the question number 6, again the same thing. First thing you have to know that you are here given the draw a triangle where small a, small b, small c. Now you have to know what is small a and what is small b and what is small c. Now small a will be the side which is opposite to vertex A. So if you draw, first you have to draw a rough figure, students. I have not done it here. In the next sum number 7 I have done. Here I did not do. If you draw a small rough figure, so you know that small a is the side which is opposite to vertex A. Similarly, small b will be opposite to vertex B, and small c will be opposite to that angle or the vertex C. So in other words, simple meaning, small a will be the length of BC. Small b will be the length of AC. Small c will be the length of AB. So now you can generally what we do, we draw a triangle that is ABC. So there our BC is the base. So I have followed that form. ABC is the triangle, BC happens to be the base. So you take the length BC, which will be small a, 4.4. You take it 4.4. Then the other one, now you take 5.5 centimeter arc, 5.5, and cut from here. Here you take 5.5. So in the scale you put the protector. You put the protector in the scale. Sorry, that compass actually. You put the compass in the scale and take that length. Protector we use for measuring the angle. So compass 5.5, and then the other length will be 6.6. Other length will be 6.6. So from this vertex B you cut. Your triangle is ready. You have drawn or constructed the triangle. Now here what they are telling you, in the last sum we saw the bisector of an angle. Here it is the perpendicular bisector of the sides. Now, so let's say if I talk of this side BC, there are 3 sides. So each side will have a perpendicular bisector. It will have a perpendicular bisector. Now there are 2 words in that, perpendicular and bisector. So lower class, if you have learned, student, perpendicular means any line which will be making 90 degrees. So this line will be the perpendicular bisector. That means this line will be making 90 degrees. So if you measure the angle here, this angle if you measure, that will be 90. One part perpendicular. Bisector means this given line will be dividing BC into 2 equal parts. So perpendicular means making 90 and bisect means to divide into 2 equal parts. Now how will you get the perpendicular bisector of any given line or side of a triangle? So you start from the vertex C, or you can start from the point B also. From any point you can start. So let's say if I start from the point C. So what is the full length of the line? So full length of the line, I know it is 4.4. Full length of the line is, full arc is 4.4. Lower the arc little. And from the point C, children, you have to cut once. From the point C, you have to cut once above the line. You see, I have cut above the line, and then keeping the same arc, I have to cut below the line. So from the point C, whatever arc I have taken, I have to cut above the line and once below the line. Keeping the same arc, I have to repeat the process from the vertex B. From the vertex B, I have to cut here and here. That means from C, once above the line and below the line, or you can call it right and left of the line. Same work has to be repeated from the vertex B. From the vertex B, the same thing repeated. Once you cut up the line and then you cut down the line. Then the 2 arcs, the points that you are getting, you join them by a line. So if you join them by a line, that line you see, it is the perpendicular bisector of BC. So this line is coming as the perpendicular bisector of the BC. In the same manner, if I have to now get the perpendicular bisector of this line or the side of the triangle, this one if I have to get, same thing. This total arc is 5.5, length of the side. Make it little less, children. Make it little less. And when you make it little less, so when you make it little less, then again, once from the vertex C, I have to cut left of the line, right of the line. So from the vertex C, I am cutting left of the line here, this arc. And the same work I am doing on the right of the line. Left of the line, right of the line from the vertex C. Keeping that same arc, which is less than the total of that line. So the arc has to be less than the full length of the line. We say more than half of less. So more than half or less than the total. So you take little less than the total arc. And the same work from the vertex A. So once from the vertex C, left, right of the line, left of the line, right of the line. Keeping the same arc, now go to the vertex A. You cut. And if I cut, you see, children, I am getting these 2 points. Again, these 2 points when being joined. These 2 points when it is being joined, that will give me the bisector of AC. Perpendicular bisector, but I have just written bisector. Okay, no, perpendicular sign I have given. I have given the sign of perpendicular, and here I have written, you see, perpendicular symbol. That means this is the symbol of 90 degree, and you write R also, perpendicular. So, and the same way now you do with the last one. if you have to get the perpendicular bisector of this side now, perpendicular bisector of the side AB. So what is the full length of AB? Take it little less, cut once left of the line the arc, and the same thing is cut over here, that is the right of the line here. Keeping the same arc, I go to the vertex A. I cut this arc, and the second arc I cut here. So whatever is the total length, make it little less, one, and you have to take it from both the vertices. That means the points A and B. So from B you take left of the line, same arc right. Repeat the process from the other vertex A. You cut over here, keeping the same arc, you cut over here. Join the line. If the line is joined, this is then giving me the perpendicular bisector of AB. So 3 sides of a triangle, 3 perpendicular bisectors. And the unique thing you see, all the bisectors will meet at a common point, or they will pass through a common point. This arrow which I have mentioned as O, meeting point of the 3 perpendicular bisectors. So 3 sides of the triangle, 3 perpendicular bisectors possible. And if your work is correct, then you will see that in case your work is not very correct, that means the triangle is not drawn very nicely, you have not taken the arcs. So what you should do, children, these lines, for drawing the lines, you keep one separate pencil, and one pencil, sharp one, will be in your compass. So use 2 different pencils. That means the pencil which is there in the compass, that you don't use to draw the line. You draw the lines, and these lines, whatever you draw with a separate pencil. Means in geometry your work has to be very thin, then only triangle will be perfect, then the arcs will be nice, and then you see they will all meet at a common point. Now you see I have done after a very long time, because I generally don't work on the construction, and when regular classes were going I used to teach, so it's almost more than 1.5 years, but somehow I have tried to work. You people are more giving time, you can do a better figure. So they are meeting at O. So that is the meeting point of the 3 perpendicular bisectors. Meeting point of the 3 perpendicular bisectors. So I have explained 2 sums today, children. You see, next day I will explain number 7. Next day I shall explain number 7. So next day I will explain number 7.